What's the need for that? Why to become a biker? Well, there's a few reasons, I think. Now, I became a biker just after I left the army. You know, it's one thing, I had a bike when I was a kid, I had a little crosser when I was a kid, and through the teenage years, you know, you'd all chip together and buy one. I was quite fortunate, I had a good group of lads, and we all chipped together and we'd buy a little crosser and take it over the fields and stuff like that. So, you know, it wasn't too bad, it was alright, so roll on 20 years later, when I left the army, I ended up doing my bike test. You know, I wanted to get out but I brought it. I brought my first bike mainly was to go to work, and it's just one of those. It was just a commuting bike. It was nothing else. You know, I very rarely went out on it for social events or social rides or nothing like that. I just went out on it. Just a car really to get backwards and forwards to work. And then over time, after 18 months, my father-in-law had a bike, and me and him started going out. And he was the one really who got me into, you know, doing the bike meets and going out on a social ride on a Sunday, which is what we used to do. And then, you know, as we all started to get older, but Pete just started to enjoy it less and less and less, and to the point where he's got a bike, but he very rarely goes out on it now. So, but he was the one who got me into the bikes. My dad had a bike, but again, he was the same. You know, it was more of a, how can I put it? Just to go and have a blast, and that was it. What are you doing? Wanker! Fucking hell! Fuck's sakes! I knew he was gonna fucking do that. I fucking knew it. Couldn't be my own, couldn't fucking find it. Oh man, it's gonna be one of them days, isn't it? It's gonna be one of them fucking days. So I started off just doing a couple of social rides with him, and you know, found out pretty quick that, you know, we was into different stuff. You know, I wanted to go around thrashing about like a dickhead. Obviously he died in his middle 50s. So went to a bike meet the one day, met a few lads, got talking to them, and basically realised that literally they lived round the fucking corner from me. So their bikes was all tricked up, and they had no indicators on them, and they had like race fairing on it and all this lot. And you know, obviously I was just like, what? You know, where's your indicators? Where's your brake lights? And I was like, oh, with the track days. And at the time, I'd never heard of fuck all like that. You know, I never used to watch the MotoGP or fucking nothing. So I was like, oh right, well, so what's that? And then they all had a little bit of a giggle because I'd never heard of a track day. But yeah, I you know, I wanted to be honest and truthful and just say, you know, I'd never fucking heard of it. So the one lad, Wedgie, he said to me, he says, oh, you know, I've got a big van, so if everyone, you want to come one day, you come along, let me know, we'll chuck your bike in the van and we'll go. So then I started looking into how you book a track day, what you need, the equipment you need. literally did my first track day at Anglesey. Booked in the novice group, as that's what they said. You know, the lads who I met with, Matt, Wedgie. You know, but booking the novice as, you know, it's your first time and all this lot. So I was like, yeah, sound alright then. I'll book in the novice. On my third session in the novice group, the instructor was following me for ages because they wear like Ivy's vests. So they all wear like Ivy's vests. So I was like, oh right, okay. So thinking that I'd done something wrong basically. So I pulled in the pits, pulled in my garage. This instructor pulled in behind me, looked, stopped outside my garage, off he went. So I put my bike on the paddock stands. Well, I don't even have paddock stands. Put my bike on the side stand. The next thing I know, this instructor comes walking down with another instructor. Who's this? You see, I had a ZX4R at the time, a Kawasaki ZX4R. And he was like, whose this bike? And I was like, oh, here we fucking go. I was like, yeah, mate, it's mine. And he went, what the fucking are you doing in novice? And I was like, well, I don't know what you're on about, mate. I said, my first track day. And he was like, no, it ain't, mate, no, it ain't. You know, you're passing people, you're overtaking people, you're doing this, that, and that. And I was like, well, am I doing it wrong? You know, am I doing it unsafe kind of thing? And he was like, no. You're just too fast for this group. So they ended up bumping me up into Inters. I still used to book novice because, you know, Inters was intermediate, was a little bit fucking daunting to begin with. As obviously there's lads there who should be in the fucking fast group. And the fast group basically is all the fucking racers and, you know, the fucking fast lads, which is, you know, what Matt and Lee ended up going into in the end, was into the fast group. But yeah, and then after that, you start to know the people who are going into these track days, and you know, you start listening and learning and progressing, and they say, right, follow me on this lap, I'll come in, you know, I'll book in novice in this track day, and you know, and fair play to them all, they all helped me progress, to the point where we all started racing. You know, we had some good times racing, a hell of a good time racing. But yeah, you know, we kind of all got on. It was just like a proper little community for us all. You know, we ended up doing Spain track days, and then racing in Spain, and then fucking all sorts. It was fucking wicked. Honestly, it's fucking absolutely fucking wicked. But yeah, then unfortunately I bust my pelvis, and yeah, that kind of put a stop to that, really. Because I was just in fucking agony. I don't ride a bike for fucking, I don't know, 18 months, 18 months. And you know, there was part of me where I was thinking, you know, I don't want to touch a bike again. And then, you know, I started missing. What the fuck's all that dripping out of there? And then I started missing riding again. I started looking at bikes, all different types of bikes. And I just I ended up buying a Harley in the end, just to kind of keep myself in check, not knowing or not wanting to fucking thrash about. And then that comes with a completely different set of friends then. You know, you start hanging about with other Harley riders and all the rest of it, and then then you look at the MCCs, MCs, 1% clubs, and then not everybody does it, but I ended up going down that route. I went for a few tours on the Harley, and I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it with the lads. But I was just missing the fun fact, not the fun factor, but like the speed factor. You alright, mate? Hey, look at him, fucking head down, arse up. The kind of fun factor that, that having that little bit of power that you can either get out of situations or get into situations with other people. And that's what I missed. But I ended up buying a Kawasaki Versey 650 because I wanted to do some touring. So I bought this little Kawasaki 650. I'm supposed to go on the fucking M6. I'm told now. Yeah, so I ended up doing that. Did about 2 or 3 trips on there. Absolutely loved the bike. However, didn't realise how bad it was until we went to Scotland. Double D had a new bike. He bought the V-Strom. There was another lad called, I think his name was Matt. His name was Matt, and he had a KTM 1290, like, I think it was a Super Duke or something like that. So yeah, I just kind of realised that I wanted to do more touring. Oh God, sorry. I just wanted to do more. I wanted to do more touring. When I bought the Versey, I only did something like 900 mile that year on the Harley, and it was just sat there, fucking, 15, 16 grand Harley, just fucking sat there doing nothing. So I ended up selling the Harley, selling the Versey, and buying this. And I fucking love this. But I am wanting another fucking Harley. I ain't gonna go and spend 20 grand on a fucking Harley. So I'm half considering spending, I don't know, 5, 6 grand, getting something like a 48 or something like that. But yeah, I'm fucking missing the Harley days. Let's get up here. Just reminds me of being in Spain, pulling up to these booths. Or in France, do you know what I mean? Love them. Don't love paying. Well, yeah, so I just ended up. He's flying around. Just touring on this now because you know I did a lot of test riding on different bikes. Where are we going? We did a lot of touring and a lot of things on different bikes, but nothing compares to the fucking 1250. Nothing. Not even the new 1300. .30 minutes away. So yeah, so that's my little reasons why I join the army. That's the reasons why I got into biking and the things you can get into biking. But what I'll say is, like today, you know, I wanted to get out my bike. Don't really have a plan. If you go onto a few Facebook groups, you can meet people. Now, what I will say is when you pass your bike test, I was a bit of a loner. I don't really know anybody else who had a bike, personally. So I kind of, apart from my father-in-law, I kind of struggled. But when you go to these bike meets, you can just get chatting. Fucking hell. Just get chatting to different people with different bikes and different opinions. They ain't all got to be your best mate. It's like in life. You meet somebody, you like them, you get on with them. You don't like them, fucking pass them along. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking the cycle of life and friendship. You could do it with your fucking family. So, well, like today, I've sat at home today, thought to myself, fancy getting out my bike, don't really know where to go. Looked on a few Facebook pages, saw a lad called Chris, who's just set up a YouTube page, and he's just saying that he's going to go to the Superbike factory. That's about an hour 15 minutes from me, and I thought, you know what, so I messaged him and I just said to him, you know, can I kind of jog along, can I meet you there? And he was like, yeah, sound. Now, off the back of that, there's going to be other lads there that have got YouTube channels. So again, you know, you're meeting other YouTubers. So yeah, just that's the reason why I'd become a biker. You've all got the common knowledge, common interest. It's a nice view over there. So I'm going to go there, go get myself a brew, get myself a sausage sandwich, have a sit down, walk around the bikes and have a chat to these lads. So from the Peak of Bike, if you can all stay safe, keep your family safe, and all do one thing as usual please, which is smile. Thank you very much, me muckers. So until the next time, that's me out. I'll see you soon.